I waited 6 or 7 months to even tell my family that I dropped out of college, and I still get calls about it to this day. When I was younger, I was every parent's dream child. You would have thought that my parents were Asian. I was a member of 38 clubs, including National Honor Society, and I was nationally ranked for number sense and 4 other math-based competitions. I was in the orchestra, basketball, and pretty much any and every other extracurricular you can imagine, all while being the top of my class. And on top of all of that, I was vice president of the chess club. Let's go, boys. But no, in all seriousness, I had to genuinely redefine what success looked like for myself, for my life, when I made these big decisions. Because it was rough, my family was not happy, people around me were not happy, and I basically had no support system going through the entire thing. So this is just some advice to my younger self making that tough decision. Going into it, I was the picture perfect of success according to today's age. I was looking at Princeton or Rice University to go get my triple major in aerospace, mechanical, and electrical engineering. I had internship offers from Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Alcon Steel, and a couple other big name firms like Bell Helicopter. And honestly, I was just not fulfilled. So I think the biggest breaking point came for me my junior year when one of my closest friends had a chance to intern with Lockheed Martin. And after 9 months of interning, when he went to give his presentation on everything he learned, he informed me he spent 9 straight months designing a screw. Yeah, aerodynamics are cool. Yes, I understand it has to survive the heat and everything as you go up. But spending 9 months of your life on a screw. It was at that point that I realized this is not what I wanted to do with my life. So I was always someone who loved problem solving. I loved getting the analytics down and being able to, find the next constraint and break it. That's what got me into engineering in the first place. I was a very mathematical person. I loved physics, and being able to find a logical conclusion for why stuff happens just made me happy. But as we continued to grow and the projects got longer and longer, I began getting bored, complacent. It kind of became the same problems over and over and over. And even though I had some really good offers at the time, my first one was a full ride plus $120,000 a year starting salary, fresh out of college with no experience. Yeah, I get why my family was upset. That's a very reasonable crash out for sure. But at the end of the day, college is the only thing in the world that has been affected by double inflation. So the basic laws of supply and demand is as there's more widgets, as iPhone gets more and more commonplace, the price goes down. Look at Tesla, for example. When they first came out, there were not very many of them, and they were super, super expensive. They were the luxury car of the year back in whatever that was, 2018, 2019. And then as time moved on, they opened more models, they made more of them, and so they charged less. Supply and demand. As there's more available, the price goes down. The same thing is the pricing at Walmart as opposed to a local mom and pop shop. Walmart is going to be half the price. They're willing to take a cut on the margin because they have stores everywhere. Mom and pop shop, they don't have a lot on hand, and so since there's not very many, they get to charge higher prices. College is the only exception. I dare you, anybody, find any example, drop it down in the comments below, where there's been less scarcity, more of them are put out, and you can charge more too. Because it blows my mind. It's the only thing that's been affected twice by inflation. It doesn't get affected by the laws of supply and demand. But still, more and more people buy it every single day. More and more people think that it's the American dream to go get a degree in some bullshit feminine studies and then go jerk off behind a cash register for the rest of their life. But they have a nice piece of paper so they can feel like they did something. I'm not even gonna act like this is a foreign concept to me. I'm paying for my fiance's schooling right now for her to be a stay-at-home mom with a nursing degree, solely because it makes them feel happy. It makes them feel like they're doing something with their lives. And that's genuinely all it is. There are 6 different things that need a college degree. If you're an engineer, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, education, something that requires a degree to do the thing that you are passionate about, go to school, ignore everything I'm saying. If you're in school right now, you're a business major, marketing major, sales major, anything like that, I can guarantee you will learn more about sales, knocking doors for 4 years, than you will listening to some guy who's never sold shit in his life talk about, well, hypothetically, if I were to sell something, this is how I do it. I haven't, but hypothetically, this is how I would do it. And that's genuinely who we're listening to, which is insane to me that people are paying for the most bullshit advice ever. But I know what you're thinking, oh, but the risk, it's the safety net, right? Even if I don't know what I'm doing, I have a piece of paper that has my name. It's a safety net so that I can get a job. Here's the deal. Less and less jobs are looking for college degrees. When everybody has a bachelor's ain't shit, and people only care about a master's. I wouldn't be surprised if in 20, 30 years, everybody had a master's degrees, and the only thing that was valuable to any employer is a doctorate. Again, the laws of supply and demand. When there's more of them available, they become less valuable. Colleges used to get you the best job, the best spot at the best company because there weren't very many of them. You had to be super elite in academics. Now, like you look at ASU. Oh, here's your railed by a black guy degree. Welcome to Walmart. I hope it was worth 160 grand. But the other thing I will say about that safety net is that nothing is really safe. Again, I mean, at any moment you can get rid of the validity of a college degree. At any moment, something in the world can change where the dollar isn't even worth anything anymore. The only thing you can take with you is your skills. I'll say that if I were to go broke tomorrow, I am confident that I can get exactly back to where I am right now, if not further, because I have the skills. You look at Big Buddy Grant Cardone went on Undercover Millionaire without using his name, his likeness, only the skills he had, not a dollar to his name, went out and built like a $5 million business in 90 days. Not because he's special, not because he's lucky, but because he has the skills from doing it multiple times. You don't learn how to swim by reading about the water. You jump in and figure it out. And so the last thing I'll say for anyone who's too scared to take a commission-only job because it's too big of a risk is you're betting on yourself. At McDonald's, everyone gets paid the same. You could be the best fry cook in the world. You make the same $15 an hour as the guy smoking weed in the bathroom. That's some communist bullshit. I do not pay my people a base salary. Everything is commission. That means that your salary is 100% up to you. If you're a hard worker, if you're a quick learner, if you're hungry, if you're asking for help, if you're using our resources, asking me and the rest of my team questions every single second, annoying the crap out of us, you will make a lot of money. I say that in the best way possible. If you're looking to improve, you're putting in the hours, there is no cap on our earnings anywhere. Again, the best fry cook in the world will never make more than the guy smoking weed in the bathroom. Our best sales rep makes probably 100 times what our worst sales rep does. Simple as that. If you think that taking the job is a risk, you do not trust yourself. You don't trust your discipline. You don't trust your work ethic to not get bored, not get tired, and not go sit your fat ass on a curb, scroll TikTok of Sophie Rain shaking her fucking ass. That's all it is. If you have discipline, if you're a hard worker, and you're able to make shit happen, take the bet on yourself. If I'm the best fry cook in the world, why would I go to McDonald's when I can go get paid on the quality of my fries, right? If I'm the best salesperson in the world, I don't want to be paid the exact same as the crappy guy because it doesn't motivate him, and now I'm not motivated.
Oh, I get paid the same either way. Yeah, I'll take a break today. Oh, I get paid the same either way. Yeah, I'll half-ass this pitch. I get paid hourly. Performance doesn't matter. Sure, yeah, I'll go half-ass my pitch. I'm not going to train. I'm not going to worry about that.
Because it doesn't affect you. Whereas if you incentivize the top performers, hey, every week if you sell 15 grand, you get a fucking steak dinner. Hey, here's incentives, here's technology, computers, iPads, merch. And then also, hey, our top guy is going to make multi-six figures his first year ever doing this. Our bottom guy, realistically is gone. He's fired because he's a fat, lazy loser who wouldn't do the work. There's only two reasons anyone has ever failed here. You either aren't coachable, you think you're God's gift to sales even though you don't know shit, and you're just not learning, or you don't have the discipline, don't have the work ethic to keep on going when it gets hard. If you're a quitter, you're right, go get a safe job. If you're lazy, if you're dumb, if you're stupid, if you don't have the ability to work hard for a couple hours, have fun in school, tell your professor I said what's up. But if you're driven, if you're hungry, if you're a fast learner who's wanting to make a name for yourself and be better, be bigger than the average guy right now, why on earth would you waste another second in school? And here's another mindset adjustment that was really big for me. So I've been dropped out of college about 3 years-ish now, and in that time, I have had some freaking speed bumps. There were times where my family calls me, hey, you need to go back to school. Hey, move back home. Hey, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. But at the end of the day, I was able to trust the process because of those skills. So running through, when I dropped out of college, I started making money. Things were going good. I had a failed partnership that cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars and landed me deep in debt. Not great. Okay, average guy in college, down 40 grand. I'm down 125 grand. That's not good. The college guy is ahead of me. But I built the skills along the way. And then after another year or so of kind of getting my feet back up, I was able to get into sales, sold insurance. Okay, I just made 40 grand in 2 months. For a 20-year-old kid, that's not bad, right? And then we keep on growing. Then I get into door to door. Holy cow, I just took home $200,000 in the summer. Boom, right? Explosion. And it continues to grow. Okay, now I build a team. Now I, hire more people. Now I'm a manager. Now I'm a leader. Now I'm growing my business. I'm growing myself. And for 2.5 some odd years, it looks like the college kid is on top. Because the college kid is like a straight line trajectory. This is not a straight line. Success in this game is not a straight line. Make 1 sale today, 2 sales tomorrow, 3 sales the day after that. And by the end of the year, I'll sell 300 people a day. It's going to be, that's not how it works. Your first month, you're just drinking from the fire hose trying to learn everything. Learn the pitch, learn how to deal with people, learn tonality, learn mirroring. Sales is a bucket of a billion skills. And my job as a trainer is to find the 5 or 10 micro skills that will benefit you the most. Because like I said, sales, it's eating shit, doing the hard work, getting socked in the face, and then something clicks and you're able to spike and grow exponentially. And that's where we're able to pass those 9-to-5 college pussies. In college, you don't take 1 marketing class and wonder why you don't have any job offers. You take 40 classes over 4 years to learn the skills, and then you go get a job offer. This is the exact same way. You don't watch 1 YouTube video and think that you're gonna go sell a golden door. You don't knock on 4 doors and wonder why you haven't gotten a sale. You knock on 400, 4,000, 40,000, 400,000 doors, odds are you're gonna be pretty damn good at sales. You're not bad, you're inexperienced. Why would you be good at sales? You've never done it before. Why would you be good at marketing? You've taken 1 class. But then in 4 years, after constant repetitions, now you're good at marketing, and now you're being recruited by top firms. A lot of people, they drop out of college as an excuse. They label themselves an entrepreneur. They do nothing with it. They sit in their mom's house and jerk off all day and call themselves a day trader, or they give themselves some fake title, or, oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, and then they're just like trading shoes or some dumb shit. Dropping out of college isn't an excuse to be a dumbass. I'm anti-college, I'm pro-education. I've invested more money in courses and mentorship and in books than most of y'all have made in the last year. The reason you don't go to college isn't because college is gay, it's because it's not as efficient as doing the work. If you drop out of college, jerk off for 4 years, and wonder why you're nobody, don't come crying to me. If you don't go to college, you're able to invest more time, more energy into the skills that actually matter. You get to actually swim and not just read about the water. You have 4 years to learn. You have 4 years to invest in yourself, invest in your education the right way. If you want to be educated with me and my team, come out here, see if you have what it takes to come work with us in Vegas. Totally free, 817-600-0337. Shoot me a text. I'll have one of my guys reach out and see if you have what it takes to come join the crew. Outside of that, drop a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Boost the algorithm. Tell your mom that I told you to drop out of college so she can take it up with me. Peace.